In today's video, I'm going to be going over my pros and cons on the brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 5G right here. I bought this on release about a week ago, and I've really been enjoying this device so far. I think there are some really good things about this device. However, there are drawbacks. So we're going to be talking about both of those in this video. But let's go ahead and firstly start off with the pros. Alright guys, so the first pro about this device has to be that we have Android 15 UI 7.0 out of the box on this device. So we have the latest Android software, and we also have some artificial intelligence features inside this device as well. So it's great to see that we have those new AI features like circle to search and of course that magic eraser inside of here as well. So beautiful to see that. Not only do we have Android 15 and those new AI features, but we also have 6 years of operating system updates. So if you guys wanted to keep this phone for 6 years, you guys are going to be covered with those OS updates. Pretty cool stuff right here. All right guys, so the second pro is going to be that we of course have one of the best displays I've seen on mid-range phone, and I think Samsung does it very well. But we have a bright, colorful, and high refresh rate display on this. Of course, we have a 120 hertz refresh rate. We have a full HD AMOLED display in here, and it looks really good. These colors look amazing on this, and I feel like the color schemes on the new applications look really good too. But not only that, we also have a 1900 nit peak brightness on this as well. So it's going to be a very bright display. You guys are going to be able to use this in direct sunlight, and you're not going to have any issues. So I've really been liking the display on this so far. Of course, we have some bezels on this. The bezels aren't that huge. I feel like the biggest bezel is at the bottom of the phone, but honestly, I don't really notice it. So overall, the display is very exceptional for the price tag. Alright guys, so my third pro has to be that we have a pretty decent battery life on here. We have probably an all-day battery in here. You guys will definitely be able to get through a day with this battery on here. So huge 5,000 milliamp battery, but I feel like the impressive thing is we finally have 45 watt charging on this device. So pretty cool stuff right there. Obviously, the downside to that is you guys are going to need a 45 watt charger, and there's not a charger supported in the box or provided in the box, so that sucks of course. But it's always great to see that we have a high charging rate, and with that 45 watt rated charger, we're actually going to get a rate from 0 to 66 in 30 minutes. So really impressive stuff right there. To go to 100 from 0, I think it's an hour and 4 minutes, which is also really impressive. So we have some pretty cool fast charging speeds on this device. Next pro is going to be that we have a pretty nice build on this device. I feel like for the colors of this lineup, you can't really see the fingerprints of your hands on these devices, so you can rock this phone nude. However, I would definitely recommend putting a case on this device. But overall, I feel like this is a nice build. Of course, we have a glass back. We do have a plastic frame, but we also have Gorilla Glass Victus for our front display, which is some pretty good protection. So overall, I feel like this is a pretty good build. I feel like it feels pretty substantial and it doesn't feel cheap at all. So definitely like the build of this device. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. The other thing about this device too, as you guys know, we have the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 inside this device. I feel like it was a decent upgrade. I don't think it was the biggest upgrade in the world, but I feel like this processor paired with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal storage works well with this device. So I haven't really had crazy glitches on this phone. Even playing things like Call of Duty Mobile and Genshin Impact, you guys are going to be able to run those games on this device. And of course, we're going to be doing our gaming review very soon, but we've had some adequate performance on this so far. So I think the performance is definitely good, especially for that $400 price tag. And my last pro about this device, there are some other pros. I don't want to get too deep into this. I have to save stuff for the full review, but we have some very loud and bass heavy stereo speakers on this device. So I feel like from the A35 to the A36, there has definitely been an improvement. We do have stereo speakers on this. We're gonna have one speaker at the bottom, and of course our headset is going to be a speaker at the top right there as well. So overall, the speaker clarity is really good. We have very minimal tin. I don't even think I heard any sort of tin. And it's just really good. I think overall for the $400 price tag, these speakers are definitely something that I could use on a daily basis. But let's go ahead and get into the dreaded cons. All right, guys, so we only have 2 cons. The first one is the lesser important con, and the second one, of course, is the most important con, which I'm sure a lot of you, this is going to be a make or break moment if you guys are going to get the A36. But the first lesser important con or whatever, there's no charger in the box, and this is something that we obviously expected. But when, Samsung releases a mid-range phone with such a high charging rate at 45 watts, I was hoping that they were going to provide a 45-watt charger inside of the box, just as like a celebration for a new milestone for their charging rate on a $400 phone or sub $400 phone. So, that was something that I was hoping for. I didn't hold my breath. I was hoping with one hope in the stars, but they don't, of course, have a charger inside the box, which kind of sucks. Slim boy right there. And of course, the second con, the bigger con, is going to be that there is no SD card support inside of here. So if you guys are heavy storage users, whether it's downloading applications, filming a lot, taking a lot of photos, whatever it is that you use storage up, if you guys are heavy storage users, I would upgrade to the 256 gigabyte storage, because the base model is going to be 128. Obviously, we do have other stuff like Google Drive and Cloud, but kind of sucks that we don't have micro SD card support. Is this the end of micro SD card support? I'm not sure. I hope it's not, but this is probably something that we're going to be seeing more and more in the future. All right, guys, so those were my pros and cons, the good, bad, and ugly of the Samsung Galaxy A36 5G. If you guys own this phone, let me know in the comment section down below the things that you like and the things that you don't like about this device. I would love to hear them. And there's going to be some more videos coming out soon on the Galaxy A36. So again, stay tuned. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.